Wow, that just looks like it's trying to eat the stuff in the silo. So first up is Concrete Plate. This is by Hotster, 4.48 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under decorations. Now, this is obviously going to be, you got the bit of a dirt area, you don't want your tractor sinking in, that sort of thing. Obviously, you place it down, gives you a little bit more of a hard standing area to drive over. Now, it does say place it down in the old free place mode, which I've done with these three, because if you place it down like normal, it is going to change the ground underneath it. So, yeah, you make out of that what you will. All right, a little bit of a decoration. Right, next up is Container Storage and Warehouse. This is by Anstix, 2.73 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in silos. Now, this is well cheap, in my opinion, I must admit, for what you're going to get. So we've got 36 grand for the small one. We'll call it small one anyway. It's got a 1,000,000 litre capacity on the old grain silo. It's also got a 72-piece storage facility for your pallets, your bales, and your big bags. And then you go over to the big one, which is 100 grand, and that's going to hold 10 million litres. 10 million litres of your old croppage, and then 400 pieces on the old pallets, bales, and big bags, which is awesome. Now, they both work the same way. You chuck everything in here. Your bales, your loose crops, your pallets, your big bags, whatever. Chuck it in the grating, no problem. And then you come here, and you've got your taking out points. So you've got a bag of wheat in there. You can take that out. It's going to put it right there. And again, you know, we could take the pallet of planks out, and then the brown bale that I've got in there as well, which is fair enough. You know, obviously, if you fancy just chucking it back in, you think, oh no, I've got the wrong one out. Just chuck it straight in, and there it is. Oh, they are ace. Right, next up is Pig Food Production. This is by Macca, 11.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 45 grand to place down, and obviously going to be making a bit of food for your small bacon sandwiches. You then got your taking out point by the pipe just there. We'll come around the back, and you've got your loading in point just there for you. Obviously, chuck all your, I say all your ingredients, I mean there's 3, but okay. Chuck your ingredients into there, and then you've got your production chain menu just here. So you can be putting in potatoes, soybeans, and sugar beet. But there is, you are going to lose a bit of your stuff. I mean, so we've got 200 potatoes, 200 sugar beet, and 100 soybeans. So that's going to be 500, but you're only getting 350 pig food out. So be prepared to lose a bit of stuff if you want to use this facility. That being said, that's all right though. Next up is Garden Decoration. This is by Namog Mod, 11.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under decorations. Now, we've got 3 different things in the menu just here, but they have different customization options as well. So you've got your flower bed planter, this rectangular version anyway. So you go into it like that, and then obviously you click on customization. You got 1, 2, and then 3 on there. You've also got the round versions. So if you click on that, again, customize it again, 1, 2, and then 3 again, and then 4 as well. And then we've got the 5, which is a wheelbarrow, and then back to number 1. And to finish it off, we've got the old, is it ivy arch? Yeah, just on the end there. That's got no customizations. It is what it is. That being said, you know, you got your farm, and you know, you think maybe I want to brighten it up a little. I mean, is that a, what sort of tree is that? I've seen one of those before, but okay, fair enough. Is that Joshua tree? I mean, that's the one, potentially. You got your wheelbarrow. You know, just make your farm a little bit nicer to be in. Oh, why not? Right, next up is the Lizard MJT3. This is by Average Enjoyer, 19.43 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Slurry Tankers. Now, it's got a 3,000 litre capacity, 25 horsepower requirement from your tractor, and a 6 metre working width with a 9 mile an hour working speed. So, old school roleplay with 25 horsepower, that is really low. That is all right indeed. Now, it has got a 5 grand price tag if you don't have the fenders on. There we are. So that's your standard version. Then have your design colour, red, green, stainless steel, pretty colourful, which then gives you obviously the options to change your colours, or back to the red version. So we'll go with a pretty colourful version. You then got your wheel setups, you got your standard 2s, and then back to your standard design colour. So you can have number 1, number 2. Interesting. What did that change? Something. I can see it flickering. What did that change? Oh, is it the repeaters on the side? Well, not repeaters, the old reflectors on the side. All right, fair enough. Then you got your fenders, yes or no. Gate valves, you've got design 1 or design 2 at the back just there. Then you got decal language, you can have it as English or Russian. You then got your decals, you've got design 1, design 2, number 3, and then back to number 1. Attacher types, you can have power takeoff, hydraulic, or back to your power takeoff number 2, and then back to the original one. Then you got your color option if you've gone for the old colorful version. Your design color is going to be obviously the design bits, so we'll do those bits like that. They are, and the pump color on the front is obviously going to be the pump. Intake hose, well, we'll go for red. It's going to do that hose just there. You then got your rim color, which is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking, yeah, do you know what, that's all right, but I don't really want a spreader. I haven't got any slurry, I haven't got any digester, I just need a tanker. Well, they've got you covered as well, because they've got this one. It's got no spreading options, it's got the same capacity as before, and you've got the same options as before, but obviously it's just a sprayer, a tanker rather than a sprayer. Although I do wonder why it's got a 25 horsepower requirement, if it's just a tanker, but alright, fair enough. Next up is the Krampe Big Body 8900. This is by Ben and Hans, 25.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, the old Big Body 800, 26,900 litre capacity for 44.5 grand. You can then change the wheel brands. You've got your Trelleborg, your Michelin, your BKT, your Väderstad, Mitas, and then back to Trelleborg again. I've got a couple of different versions knocking around, although to be fair, the old 710s, they're looking all right indeed. You then got your window, which you got no. You got plastic plate, sorry. Need to get some glasses, a metal plate, and then back to nothing. Then you got additional options. You got your standard, your ladder, your platform and ladder, and then back to standard. Then you got designs. You got your old or your new. So it can be like the decals, really. Let's face it. Drawbar. So you got your standard or with the chrome nut. You then got your steering axle, hydraulic or forced. All right, that changes up a few things, mind you. Then you got your capacity, so 26,900. You can then go up to 37,500, 41,000, 41,000 again with a hydraulic door, and then back to your standard version. Your chassis color, as you can imagine, is going to do your chassis. Your trough color is going to do the top bit. Actually, I don't look that bad in the grey and the green, I must admit. The old rim colours is going to do your rims. Now, if you're thinking, even with the top capacity version, you know, the 41,000, well, maybe I want something a little bit bigger. Wow, they've got the 900 for you. Same options as the previous ones, but obviously it's going to go a bit bigger. So you're going to have your 30,300 start, 42,200, and then it goes up to 46,100 litre capacity with the hydraulic door, and then back to nothing. So 46,100 is going to be the biggest trailer in this pack. But that being said, that'll sort you out nicely. And next up is the Kuhn GMD 100 pack. This is by AgroDesign Austria, 29.55 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Now, first off, we've got the GMD 240, 31 horsepower requirement for me tractor, 2.4 meter working width, and a 13 mile an hour working speed for 8,265 pounds, euros, or dollars. You then have the option of a Generation 1, Generation 2. Did that seem to do anything, to be fair? But okay, we'll go back to... I was changing the logo on the top. There we are. Generation 3, which you're going to be putting the old grey cover on, and then back to number 1. Now, obviously, 2.4 meter working width is going to be for your small farm shenanigans. But if you're thinking that's a little bit small, well, they've got you covered. Sort of. Because we've got some other versions. We've got the GMD 280, 2.8 meter working width. And you got the same options as previously on the previous one, 10,265. And then we've also got the GMD 310. As you can imagine, 310, 3 meters, 100. I'm going to put my teeth in, 3.1 meters. That's better for the 310. You got the same options as before. Obviously, slightly more horsepower, but still 41. That's all it needs for the massive 3.1 meter working width. But I say they're looking all right. I mean, I like the old grey colour scheme. That is looking good. Right, next up is the AgroMasz BTC 50H. This is by Bartonov 3, 9.91 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, it requires 180 horsepower from your tractor, 5 meter working width, and an 11-mile-an-hour working speed for 35 grand. There is no customization options. It comes as it is. So if you don't like the red and the green, well, tough, because that's how it comes. But all right, fair enough. Right, next up is the Unia U4120 and Apollo rollers. This is by Kazani 317 and JMZ. 9.77 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivated. Well, the first part anyway. 40 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.1 meter working width, and an 8-mile-an-hour working speed for 2,100. You then got the option of support wheels, number 1, number 2, or nothing. Then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Your design colour is going to do those bits, but round the back, you've got another attaching point, because you get in the pack, we get this, the old Apollo roller as well. 25 horsepower requirement from your tractor. Again, 2.1 meter working width. So obviously these two matching up is going to be a nice little addition on the back of your tractor. 9-mile-an-hour working speed, 1,200 to buy. Do you have the option of attacher types, a combination with cultivator or combination with tractor? So obviously if you go for that one, that's really going to go on the back of your cultivator, and that's got the old link bits to go on the back of your tractor. But to be fair, it's a 3-point either way, so I'd imagine it's going to work. But all right, you got your color option again like before, and then your design color is going to be your rollers. Now these do fit nicely together, so obviously you hook the cultivator up first, there we are, and then just back up, you hook your roller up. Job's a good one. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are small, 2.1 meter working width. I mean, it's not even as wide as this fence. But, yeah, small farmer shenanigans, so, you know, get cracking. Next up is the Valentini MaxiSqualo 5200. This is by SMI Modding Team, 20.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under power harrows. Now, this requires 230 horsepower from your tractor. It's got 5.2 meter working width and a 4-mile-an-hour working speed for 41.5 grand to buy. You then have the option on the back. You got cage roller, you got rice roller, packer roller, and then back to cage roller. And to be fair, SMI Modding Team, they do some great looking stuff. And to be fair, this is right up with them. And next up is the Väderstad Carrier 820. This is by Wireframe Modding, 24.11 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this requires 220 horsepower from your tractor. It's got an 8.2 meter working width and a 10-mile-an-hour working speed. It's going to cost you 60 grand. You do have the option of wheel setups. You've got your standard, you've got your wide tyres, or standard. I mean, always go for wide. I mean, they always look a little bit better. Then you got your discs, you got your standard, or you got your true cut. You then got attacher types, number 1, number 2, or number 1. You've got a pin hitch or a ball hitch. All right, fair enough. I mean, if you've got some other Väderstad equipment on your farm, you know, this should fit in nicely with them. Right, next up is the new Holland T7 HD Edition. This is by Fritz, 43.52 megabyte on the download. And I'm going to say, this is a sports tractor. It's got the old white writing on the tyres. That's ace. Now, you do have a 273 horsepower engine, 31-mile-an-hour top speed, and a price tag of 190.5 grand. Now, there's a couple of options which is interesting, and they do sort of change a bit as well. So you've got, first off, with counterweight or with front loader. Now, if you go with counterweight, you do have the option down there to actually add some weights on. So 420 kilo, 690, 960, 1,000 kilo, a grid. All right, fair enough. Grid number 2, and then back to your standard. Now, obviously, if you go for the with front loader, you can then come down and go for a front loader attacher. There we are. So you got your quickie, you got your hour, and then you got your nothing. Right, so now we're back to the standard options across the two. So you then have the option of engine setups of 273, then goes up to 288, then goes up to 313, then back to 273. So 313 is going to be your top one. You've got your wheel branch, you've got your Trelleborg, your Michelin, your Mitas, your Vredestein, your Nokian, and then BKT, Lizard, Rice wheels on your Lizard, and then back to your Trelleborg. So not all of them has got the white writing on the side. And to be fair, even if you go in with some extras, once you get a little bit further in, and some of them disappear as well. Once you get the wide tyres on, that doesn't have the writing on. But all right, and you've got twins all round with the writing on, so that's looking good. Reverse beep, yes or no. If you want to reverse in it, it beeps in your ear like it's your wife moaning at you. You can have that on the go. You then got your fenders. So you got your standard, no front fender, no fenders at all, or back to standard. Beacon light, yes or no. Exhaust, so you got your standard and then got your chrome. You then got your windows, you got your standard, your clear windows. Although to be fair, that's the standard window is a clear window. And then clear window is a tinted window. Then you got a dark window. All right, fair enough. Flags, so we got Brazil, we got Rio Grande do Sul, Santa Catarina, Paraná, Argentina, United States, France, Germany, and then North. Oh, come on. Where's the UK flag? We've got France and Germany. They're like, well, France literally is next door. But all right, fair enough. It is what it is. You then come down, we've got radio antenna. So we got left, we got right, we got both, and then we got nothing. 3 point. Now, this is the interesting thing. So obviously we've got the old front loader on, the old quickie, whichever one you go for. You go for the 3 point. You can have that on either. So if you go for the actual weight version rather than the old front loader, we go for the counterweight and we'll put the old grid on there. The actual PTO, the old 3 point on the front, overrides it all. But if you go for the 1,000 kilo weight, you still got that weight on. It's just showing the 3 point. That is all right indeed. A little bit of a sneaky weight on that. That is all right. You got your main colour. It's going to be, well, let's face it, it's going to be your main colour. So we'll go with something a little different because, you know, why not? The seat colour inside is obviously going to be the middle bit of the seat. You then got your design colour. We'll go with red. What did that do? Didn't really see what it did. Let's go with blue so it stands out. Not really seeing anything. What's we've got that cap there. It can't be the cap. That's going to be the AdBlue cap, though, isn't it? Yeah, the design color number 2. Well, the design color didn't really seem to be doing much, but all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Your rim color is obviously going to be your rims. Now, this being said, obviously you can open the door of it. So L being right, stick left and right. Oh, we need to start the tractor. There we are. L being right, stick left and right. Open up the door. But R being right, stick left and right. Oh, you can open up the bonnet. Oh, yes. I mean, you've got your sports tyres on. You can work on your vehicle in the workshop like we've got it here. Brilliant. Love it when you can do a little bit of immersive role play. Yeah, tinkering. I mean, I suppose you probably shouldn't really tinker too much if you don't know what you're doing, but alright, fair enough. When you have got as well, obviously in my personal opinion, the horns in the game, standard stuff, sound terrible. Not on this one. Oh, that's a great horn. Love it. I mean, I just think the horns are really, really quiet. So you're just coming along, you know, oh, a bit of traffic. Get out of the way. I'm coming with me, say John Deere then. I'm coming with me New Holland. Get out of the way. And the last mod for the day is the JCB TM420S. This is by Russell Mods, 22.07 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under telehandlers. Now, it's got a 173 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and a price tag of 119 grand. You can then change the wheels. You got your tyres, you got your Michelin, you got your Trelleborg, you can BKT, and I put my teeth in, Väderstad, Continental, Mitas, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg again. I mean, you have got the old wides. You got some front twins. You got twins all round. Oh, that is all right. That is looking good. Then you got beacons. So you got low, high, light bar with rear lights. Oh, light bar with no rear lights, and then no beacon. Go for the light bar. Go for the light bar every day of the week. Why not? LED strobes. So you got in the grill. Well, that being said, grill's around the back. Oh, there they are. There we go, in the grill, just like that, or nothing. Front attacher, so you got your standard attacher or the JCB Q-Fit. Then you've got rear attacher, so you can have it as a standard, you can have it as a pickup hitch, or back to standard. Now, obviously, that looks a little bit on the wonk. It's forward out to the side, but we'll come back to that in a minute. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colours. Let's do the honours. It's going to do that bit. And then your rim colour is going to be your rims. Now, that trailer hitch, obviously, when you get it out, it's folded. It's folded up to the right-hand side. But as soon as you back into a trailer, there we are, like that, you get the option to attach it. It's going to fold down, hook up to your trailer, and away you go. I mean, it is articulated, so you have a little bit of a jiggle in the car park, but alright, fair enough. So we've got a couple of updates as well. So we've got the rubber FB160 FB200 by Landry and Max. We've also got the manure sow point by CB Modding.